Courtney Murphy here, Denver Metro Realtor, to give you your October 2021 Denver real estate market update. As always, I want to remind you that we'll be looking at September numbers since I won't have October numbers until November. Let's get started with inventory. At the end of September, we ended with 3,971 homes on the market. That was up 10.86% from the prior month. So a few more homes on the market for you buyers out there who may have been frustrated in the past with our lack of inventory. Still down 25.09% from September of 2020, but just a little bit more houses. That's always good news. Not a significant jump, and still safely sitting in seller's market territory. Part of the jump that we had in inventory was the difference between new listings and homes that went under contract. So we had 6,125 new listings come on the market in September, with just 5,689 homes going under contract. So having more listings than homes going under contract is always a good thing when we're looking for new inventory. Sold homes. In the month of September, we had 5,233 homes sell. That means they closed. So those were likely homes that went under contract in August or a little bit earlier than that and finally closed out. That was down 12.81% from the prior month and down 19.27% from September of 2020. Now, remember, in 2020, since about May of 2020, when the lockdowns were lifted a little bit and people could go look at homes again, we have just had a crazy market. So even though homes are down, from 19.27% less in sales than September of 2020, we're still selling lots of homes. It's just that now that we're looking year over year, for a while there we're looking at year over year before this hot market started. Now we're looking at a year ago, it had already started. So that kind of explains why we're down a bit, even though homes are still selling at a pretty incredible rate. Average sales price. The average sales price in the month of September came in at $618,293. That was up just 0.77% over August and up 15.11% over September of 2020. Now I want to go back to the fact that we're up month over month. If you've been watching my videos or paying attention to the market, you know that for the last few months we've been seeing price decreases each month, which I told you, normal seasonal price decreases. Typically we see our high average sales price for the year in May, and then we have those seasonal decreases through the rest of the summer. And I told you, in a normal year, I feel like we always see a little October bump, and this year is no different, as we do see just a little bit bump in our home prices coming in from September. I want to break that average sales price down for you just a little bit, because the price I gave you included all homes, whether attached or detached. So let's break that down. Single family detached homes, the average sales price came in at $688,629. And the average price for an attached home, which is a condo or a townhome, came in at $446,800. Days on the market. So our days on the market haven't moved. Well, for the longest time we were seeing median days on the market of 4 days. For the last couple months, we've had a median days of 5 days. So we are still seeing the typical scenario of homes being listed before the weekend, and a good number of them going through the weekend and going under contract. the following Monday or Tuesday or so. So that's still a very common scenario. As I told you when we were talking about inventory, we are still in very safe sellers territory with just a few weeks of inventory on the market at this time. That's all the numbers I had for you. I did want to cover one quick topic because I have been discussing this with quite a few people recently who are in a position to want to sell their house right now. And that is, should you sell your house before the end of the year or should you wait till spring? Now, of course, only you can make that decision, but I did want to give you a few things to think about when making that decision. And kind of talk about the market differences that I see as a realtor when it comes to people buying and selling near the end of the year, like when the holidays are coming up, compared to the spring. So what I have found is that selling later in the year, in fourth quarter, and especially even more specifically during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and whatnot, and what to think about. What I found is people that are selling and buying during the holidays, even though there's less buyers than sellers, the people who are buying and selling homes during this time of year are serious about buying and selling. Very few people just up and decide to sell their homes, especially between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Usually there's a pretty good reason, whether that's a job transfer that happens, maybe a life change in the family, maybe a divorce, unfortunately, or something like that. Or I work with a lot of people who are buying new built homes, and maybe their new built home is going to be completed in January or February, and they need to get their current house sold. So people typically who are selling during this time are selling because they really need to sell right away. And the same goes for buyers. You know, very few people casually decide to buy a house during the holidays. Most people, more people who are just thinking about potentially buying, you know, maybe let's look at buying a new house, see what's out there, are more likely to start after the first of the year, after Christmas, after New Year's. So people who are buying are often people who have a job transfer and need to move here. Maybe their job starts the first week of January and they need to have a house purchased by sometime in December so that they can move in, or just things like that. So even though in the spring, even after the first of the year, when lots of people, you know, the holidays are over and they think, let's go buy a house, or, oh, let's go ahead and get our house on the market. So yes, you will have more people shopping after the first of the year, but you will have some pretty serious buyers and sellers in that November, December timeframe. So that's something to consider, that even though you'll have more buyers later, you'll have serious buyers right now. So I don't necessarily think if you're in a position where you really need to get it sold, your home sold, or you really need to buy a house, that you need to wait at this, you know, because it's just a different game this time of year, and that's something you may want to definitely consider if you are thinking of selling at this time. That's all I have for you. Again, my name is Courtney Murphy, Denver Metro Realtor, giving you your Denver real estate market update for October 2021. If you are thinking about buying or selling a home, definitely give me a ring. I'd love to talk to you, answer any of your questions, and see if we're a good fit to work together. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my updates or home tours. Have a wonderful day.